everybody, and welcome back to the channel Fragrance Journey. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day. Hopefully everybody has a blessed weekend. Hopefully everybody's safe. Sorry I haven't been doing any videos. I was kind of trying to find the motivation to come upstairs and do a video. I don't know, what work and everything is going on. It's been kind of tough. But today I want to talk about 4 fragrances. Well, it was going to be 3 fragrances. I added one in, so basically 3 plus 1 honorable mention. Fragrances in my collection that are definitely underrated. I don't hear many people talking about these fragrances, so I figure I'd get a video out just talking about these 4 fragrances. First up, we're gonna talk about one that I don't even think I've reviewed. This is a wonderful, I've heard people say this is leather. To me, this is basically a suede fragrance. The notes on this one are suede. It's got myrrh, it's got olibanum, it's got saffron, it has immortelle, it has jasmine, and it has pink lotus. The fragrance I'm talking about is, wipe that off, is Abyss from the house of Papillon Perfumery. One of the best smoky, suede, floral, semi-sweet fragrances that I've got my nose on. This is definitely a sleeper fragrance. I heard people talk a lot about Bang Out Rouge, Salome. A lot of people don't talk about Abyss. I don't see a lot of reviews for the fragrance. I think it is one of the best suede, smoky, sweet, spicy fragrances that I have smelled. And I definitely think that deserves a lot more talk. Next up, we're gonna talk about, from the house of Xerjoff, we're gonna talk about this one. A shout out to my brother Talking Sense. I didn't even know about this fragrance. I've only heard of people talk about Sur Del Cruz too. So me and him have similar tastes, and he was like, you know what, you need to check out Sur Del Cruz. One, he did a review, so I hit him up. I was like, are you serious? Is this really good? He said, yeah, it's fire. So the fragrance I'm talking about is Sur Del Cruz 1. This features notes of leather. It's got some, I think it'll be rum. It's got castoreum. It's got dried fruits. It's got myrrh. It's got grapes. It's got cloves. It's got cumin. It's got spices, incense, cedar, labdanum, sandalwood. This is actually one of the more complex Xerjoff fragrances that I have in my collection. This one starts off basically with some leather in the background, but it's kind of like some dried fruits and things of that nature. This quickly turns into an animalic leather fragrance that I think is amazing with fruits in the background. It's got some woody nuances. This fragrance, I'm telling you, this joint is crazy. This, to me, in my collection, right now I'm not in need to get a bag up bottle, but this would be bag up bottle worthy for me. It's got that balsamic, fruity, and then it changes into this like animalic leather. It's one that when I first smelled it, I was like, wow, this is really impressive. The next one up is one that I don't hear a lot of people talking about this house at all. I don't understand what is going on or what the problem is. I heard people talking about a lot of other houses, but this one definitely deserves more pub. And I think so also because this was done by one of us. This was done by a YouTube fragrance reviewer by the name of Mr. Oz. The name of this fragrance is Murmur, and it's from the house of Motif Olfactum. This features notes of leather. It's got some orris butter. It's got some musk. It's got some florals, jasmine, sambac. It's got neroli. It's got tobacco. It's got iris. It's got patchouli. It's got some oak moss, and it's got some civet. This was one of the ones when I first sprayed it, I instantly fell in love. And I honestly fell in love with maybe 4 or 5 fragrances from his first batch. I even like the Nectar Boysen. I'm not really into like fruity fragrances like that, but that was one that kind of caught my attention. I haven't had a chance to pick it up yet, but Murmur Chyper is a leather. It's got floral notes in it. It's got an animalic, slightly tinge of an animalic dry down. That's something I really enjoy. This is a very impressive fragrance. The performance on it is really good. So I'm kind of shocked about why people are not talking about this one. I'm not sure why, But definitely check my brother out, Mr. Oz and Motif Olfactive. Go pick this up. If you got to get samples, whatever you got to do, get your nose on that. The next one we're going to talk about, and this is going to be my, I guess my +1. I brought a +1 to the party. This is one when I was in Bloom Perfumery in London. I got my nose on this and the price was really high. So I was like, nah, I don't know about this one, but I guess my wife could tell how much I love the fragrance. So she bought it for me. This is like definitely not my style, but one that I instantly fell in love with. Of all the samples I smelled when I was in Bloom, this was the one that day that caught my eye. My sister and my wife knew I loved it. From the first time I sprayed, I was just raving about it. And this is from the house of Olfactive Studio. And this one is Chypre Shot. Man, you talking about a, wow, Chypre. You got cardamom, you got amber, you got oak moss, you got coffee, you got saffron, you got spices, you got labdanum. I think you've even got, hold on, let's see what else we got in here. You got rose, you got patchouli, you got black pepper, you've got black tea. This is a semi-gourmand, sweet, fruity, floral, coffee Chypre. It's just an amazing creation. I am definitely shocked more people not talking about this one, but I know the price on this one is a little bit on the high side. I'm not sure exactly the price. Let me look down here. I think it's maybe, it may be like $200 something for 100 ml. That's what I paid for it. But I was on vacation, so I was blessed enough that my wife picked that one up for me. But that is an amazing gourmand, Chypre, fruity, floral, amaze balls. It just got everything you can ask for in that fragrance, man. I'm telling you, that is crazy. That's crazy. And these are 4 of the fragrances in my collection that are underrated, and I think in the fragrance community deserve more talk. So if you can, check those fragrances out. Definitely subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if you smell any of the 4 that I just named. If you have, tell me if you like them. Tell me if you don't. I might do another one of these because I've got a couple more fragrances I wanted to add into this. I was gonna do a top 3 and then I added 1, and then I was looking through my collection. I was like, here's 6 more. So I may do another one of these, underrated fragrances part 2 in my collection. So if you can, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you woke up today, you are definitely winning. I love you guys, and I'm out. Peace.